From Life Part 7. So, still anxious to start painting the pears, but it's not happening right now. I found a bunch of brushes that the cat left laying around. Anyway, oh my gosh, did I leave that in the water overnight? I don't know. Alright, so we're really going places on this onion, and I think I'm gonna see about a fine line. Let's see if we get a fine line with this. Also, I got this paper here. When we do the pear, I have a single sheet of kind of warped arches, and this Academy brand cotton watercolor block. So we're gonna try those two papers on the when we do these beautiful pears that look so good. Meanwhile, we're looking for a fine detail line. So this right here, this thing is neutral tint, and then we don't want to use straight up neutral tint, so I'm gonna mix in some of this red. This is a Primatech quinacridone something red. So we're gonna get this. It's gonna be a Payne's gray that is, hopefully leaning very warm. So see what we got there. Okay. And then, can we make a fine line with that? I did have a tester. Let's use this to see what kind of line we can get. That is not what I would call a fine line. That's the funny thing about this. Let's see. We have another brush, which is called a liner. Here it is. This one, the wonderful dog bit it and it broke in half. This one is called a liner. I mean, it used to say it fine liner on there. Let's see what kind of line we get with this. Still looks pretty crude. Do you make fine lines with your paintbrush? What kind of brush do you use? Anyway, so we want to get some of these details in there. You can see those like, a bunch of fine lines in there. And so let's just jump right in. So you can put something right here. One here. And let's see. This right here, we got a pretty fine line. Let's see about right there. Looks good. And then let's have a little thing right here. Okay, looking good. Now I put some water on the brush. Now we're just gonna kind of soften the edge so it's not such an abrupt thing with the line. And then also I'm gonna sort of go right here. Here I'm gonna make a little triangle. That looks okay. Now I need two hands. We're gonna go up here. Let's see. I hope that's a good picture because what I see in the viewfinder here is not always what is actually on the screen. So I'm just sort of hoping for the best here. I'm going to take see about like that's green there, but I'm gonna do like a red. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to see about just making a little highlight right here. This is more or less clear water, and I am just painting a little circle there. And now remove the water from the brush and repeat, and hopefully we're going to get a slight variation on this, and there is a variation there. Let's see. The light looks a lot different than it did yesterday, and you know, yesterday was at night last time we painted, so see this like shadow here, and then there's a highlight on the outside. The shadow, we are not going to paint that highlight, that is for sure. And then if you saw yesterday's video, there was the so-called bump, which is this area right here, which you can see right there. It's like an indentation into that shadow, so I'm trying to sort of magnify that. Let's see what happens. Yes, so we got that magnified, and I never really liked this line right here. I'm going to try to sort of make that either a lot lighter or gone. And let's see if that worked. No, it didn't really work. Now let's go back into the, and I don't know if that's so great either right here. This area right there, up in the air, if that thing is actually helping us out. See from a distance, not that great. I'm going to see about just soften that a little bit. And now it's softer. And now, I liked it better when there was a little white right there. Okay. Now I'm just trying to pull the paint into a more of a smooth, I guess we're going to go back to the copper gold kind of thing right there. Okay. So now we got a pretty good shadow, I guess, there. The copper gold is a good, you know, thing. We got this here, which is, you know, a dark shadow in the, you know, straw color. We have the peaking area of green, and so I think we're looking good there. Now I'm going to try to add some detail lines, and this is going to be another warm Payne's gray. So let's see, let's try to get it just a line right here. Okay, could be good, I don't know. And how about here? I don't like that. That might be okay. That's probably good. And how about just right here? That's probably good. Have one right here possibly. I don't know about that one. This edge was not looking really perfect, but let's see if we can get a little bit more of a clean edge right here. And then down here, just soften this right here, this line, I'm trying to make that softer. So we did this yesterday. I wasn't sure about that yesterday, but I think it looks okay. And now I'm going to get a strong brown color. This color is actually called deep gold something, but let's see what that looks like. Looks good. They say don't use the paint straight from the tube, so here goes using the paint straight from the tube. And what I want to do is see this sort of rectangle of white. What I want to do is break that up. And I think what we're going to do is right here, there's like a triangle. I think we're going to just jump in here and do this triangle. There we go. Did that help? No idea. Now I'm going to lean into red. Same color with a good red influence. And we want to make like this sort of the reddish up to there. And the same color as up here. See about maybe just go right here. And dare I don't want to have any outlines, but I think that'd be good to go right here. Just smooth that a little bit. There's a little dot of pigment there. Alright, that looks pretty horrible, but who knows? I don't know. That looks pretty bad. Okay, now we need a serious straw color. So I'm gonna go I guess French ochre with a hint of titanium white. And let's call this the straw color, and I'm just gonna try and go right here and say hello, I'm the straw color. Let's go all the way in there, I guess. Alright, that's no good. I'm gonna get some try and get a much stronger, you know, this one of the lightest areas of this whole onion is right there, so if that, I don't really like it, but you know, it's it's something happening. And then I'm also going to see about this right here. I don't know if that's good either. And this, I really don't like it, but let's just keep going. And jump back into the gold deep. And let's see about right here. Okay. And now I want to get a violet. This area right here, I'm going to say that's violet. So this is actually right here. It's kind of a shape like that. And while we're at it, we can hi, thanks for joining. I guess Saturday morning is not the my big audience time. I don't know if that's good. Let's see. These are made up lines I'm doing here. Just hopefully at a glance it'll say hello, we're onion onion root things that you know, stick out of onions. So let's flop that up a little bit. And I guess that looks all right. And now this thing, good. I'm just gonna sort of take this color which we just applied there and try to pull it into these little, you know, rib line things. So here we do a little bit this. I'm gonna try like a reddish. Not showing up. That looks good. Yeah. Suddenly we got a paint stroke that looks good. How about that? I'll try a little bit right here. I wonder if we could just like keep painting this particular onion forever. And then I want to get back to, you really gotta say hello on my highlight. Ready? And then see about just one thing right here. I don't know. Maybe. And this really should go, this little white thing. I mean, it's been there since the beginning of the painting, but I think it's time to say goodbye.